Soccer is the only one of the four sports which had an NES launch title developed in-house by Nintendo that didn't get remade in Wii Sports. That's for a good reason, since it wouldn't have translated to the Wii Remote nearly as well as the other three. I mean, just think about it. Swing the racket to hit the ball, swing the bat to hit the ball, swing the club to hit the ball. Swing your foot to hit the ball is just too big of a leap if you ask me. It's a good thing Nintendo never made an ankle strap for Wii Remotes. They've made some other weirder peripherals for Wii Remotes over the years, so I'm kind of shocked that isn't actually a thing. There are of course other problems with the idea of a motion-controlled soccer video game, like having to switch players constantly, passing, aiming, moving around the field, and all sorts of other nonsense. I've had very low expectations of their NES Soccer game considering that was 4 generations before the Wii. But you know what? I actually had some fun with this one. It might just be because I expected this to be the worst thing ever, but I think it's about on par with golf and tennis. It doesn't quite have the charm or innovation of golf, and it's a bit harder to grasp than tennis, but it's still a good time. Honestly, the presentation of the game is much more interesting than the game itself. It immediately starts with my favorite title screen of any NES game I've played so far. I mean, just look at it. It flashes. Pretty lights. Now, is this an extremely simple and basic effect that has no real effect on anything? I mean, yeah, but it flashes, it's cool, whatever. I don't need to explain myself to you guys, even though that's the entire point of these videos. Whatever, moving on. Anyway, after the title screen, you get a lovely selection screen where you get to pick your team, the CPU difficulty, and the game time. Going down the list, the teams are the USA, Great Britain, France. Okay, I googled it. It turns out FRG stands for the Federal Republic of Germany, aka West Germany. Yeah, this game came out 5 years before they reunified. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get the Soviet Union as well. Oh, and the other teams are Brazil, Japan, and Spain. I decided to pick level 1 for difficulty because I want to keep telling myself I'm good at video games. Out of curiosity after my first match, I tried out level 3 and I got destroyed, so that ended up being the right decision. Going into the game itself, it's soccer. Shocking statement, I know. One thing I can praise all of the sports games on is that they capture the feel of their sports pretty well. You get a side view of the field, which is almost exactly the same as the view you get on TV. The graphics are fine. I have no idea why the top of the screen is brown, that's really weird looking. But the field lines in the goal look nice, and it displays everything you need to see. The game controls pretty much exactly the way you would expect it to. The D-pad controls your movement, the A button shoots the ball, and the B button passes it. To dribble the ball, you have to actually physically run into it. It can be really awkward to turn around, so I would advise you not to go through the entire process of turning the ball around and just kick it in the other direction. Another problem I had was trying to switch players. Kicking the ball to another player does it automatically, but that only works on offense. On defense, I found that the only thing that worked was to mash buttons, and eventually it would change to who I wanted to control. I'm not joking when I say I genuinely have no idea how it works, and neither did whoever wrote the manual. The manual just says, this button is used to transfer control to a team member near the ball. What button? There are only 2 buttons, and you didn't mention which one. If I had to guess, they were referring to B since it was the last one they mentioned, but why would you say that when you immediately said that B had no use? That's really confusing. Why not just say what button it is instead of saying this button and making it vague which button this button is? That's such a weird way to give information. Like, was this a misprint? The only other thing worth mentioning about the control is that aiming a shot for the goal is done with up and down, meaning you move and aim at the same time. It's not bad, it's just kinda weird. The thing that I found the most impressive about this game is that it follows the real rules of soccer pretty closely. It has throw-ins, corner kicks, an offsides rule, and even penalty kicks in the case of a tie game. Similar to golf, this game manages to carry the complexity of its sport without compromising its fun factor like baseball. They even added a little cheerleading cutscene at halftime. Like the title screen, it doesn't add anything to the game itself, but it's a nice bit of detail that adds to the entire presentation and experience. So that's soccer, and all in all, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm a little sad that I'm done with Nintendo's sports launch titles, since other than baseball, they were all pretty consistent. I guess there's still 10-Yard Fight, but I've heard that it's really bad, so I'm not excited. I guess I'm gonna do it soon since it's the last launch title that doesn't require Rob or a light gun. I have a plan for the Rob games, but I'm not really sure what to do with the light gun games. Like, yeah, I could review them as point and click games from just using a mouse on an emulator, but that's like playing DDR with a D-pad. It's still stupid and wrong even if it does work. I think for now I'm gonna hold off on reviewing them. Looking at the ranking, I'm going to put soccer right below tennis. I don't think that the sports games are fantastic, which is why I have them around the middle, but they're still very consistent and fun. 3 good sports games, 1 terrible sports game. 3 out of 4 is still a passing grade, so... Next I'm planning on doing Mario 2, which might take a while considering that I've never beaten it before. Anyway, 7 out of 10, thank you for watching, have a good day, like and subscribe, bye!